Hi everyone. This tutorial discusses why decomposing Agile stories into tasks isn't just an optional best practice. It's the difference between hoping a project succeeds and managing a project toward success. The reason behind this tutorial was discussions with several Agile teams experiencing project timeline, defect, and cost issues showed that only going to the story level was introducing uncertainty in the functional specifications and design activities, and was the root cause of their problems. So, let's take a deeper dive into the reasons and benefits of story decomposition to the task level to better understand why the lack of decomposition introduces unnecessary variance into a project. The problem with stories is that they do not define the work needed for the implementation. An Agile user story describes a value outcome, but it does not describe the work required to build that outcome. For example, as a user, I want to upload a requested document. In this scenario, the story does not tell us about the technical components of the upload process, how the upload process should work, where the user's document will be stored, or where the design specifications for the upload process will be stored or managed. This type of information is usually defined at the task level. You might say, well, let's just add the design and development details to the story. This approach comes with a variety of tracking, review, traceability, progress reporting, and pipeline problems. Without tasks, the team is left to fill in the details on the fly, which may not meet stakeholder business process needs, security, or storage requirements. Decomposing stories to the task level avoids the ambiguity of the inherent nature of stories from a development perspective. Now let's take a closer look at the benefits of decomposing stories into tasks. Task-level decomposition matters since when we decompose stories into tasks, we shift from a wish to a plan. Tasks define design and development by answering how the story will be implemented, who needs to perform the work, the effort to perform the work and when the work will be completed, and enables a clear definition of done that both the sprint team and stakeholders can review and agree on before the sprint starts. One of the critical values of tasks is that tasks reveal hidden complexity early when changes cost less. From a timeline management perspective, tasks give us better estimates of project performance and progress metrics. When only stories are used, sprint metrics can look healthy right up to the moment when everything fails. From a timeline perspective, tasks enable work to flow daily instead of last minute. Progress visibility is also easier to see with task management during the sprint. And early detection and mitigation of blockers occur since you can't manage what you can't see. Tasks make progress visible. Well-defined tasks allows for better estimation of work efforts and therefore cost estimation of a project. Stories are usually not costed and budgeted since they lack work-level granularity. By estimating tasks in hours, you can forecast work effort more accurately, resulting in better staffing forecasts, tracking actuals versus estimates, and modeling a budget's burn rate. Again, since tasks translate better into work hours than stories, timeline forecasting and cost estimates are easier to calculate, which is what is needed to manage a project's risk and achievement of its objectives. Story decomposition to tasks reduces defect rates by fully identifying the scope of work. Defects often come from missing specifications or the unclear definition of what the design of the work product should achieve to meet stakeholder needs and expectations. Stories are high-level statements, which can result in project teams missing critical test cases needed at the unit, feature, integration, and conference room pilot levels. In addition, stories do not effectively allow for adequate traceability. Task decomposition forces teams to identify and execute critical test scenarios, ensuring more complete testing, thereby improving solution quality. By skipping story decomposition, there is the potential that every undefined task can become a defect later. Story decomposition to the task level provides better requirements and functional specifications. Tasks naturally surface missing requirements. For example, if the story is about uploading a document, we need to know the file size limits, MIME type restrictions, and virus scanning for development. It is easy for functional specifications to be hidden inside a story, which the developer may not define correctly or validate. To promote fast sprints, it's easy for teams to overlook getting formally written specs for a story with a sign-off leading to defects. Even if detailed development specs are added to the story level, as previously mentioned, there is limited or no traceability to the test case level like you have with task work products. Story breakdown to the task level is a more controlled way to promote stakeholder-approved of functional design, development, and testing processes and products. If you are using Microsoft DevOps, Azure Boards tasks facilitate use of pipelines. Tasks defined in Azure Boards improves the flow of pipelines by enabling automated workflow rules, WIP limits by task, pipeline status reporting at the granular level, and facilitates tasks to be tied to a branching strategy, pull requests, builds, and test cases and results. Stories connect value to the user while tasks connect work to the pipeline. In summary, stories plus tasks equals predictability. If stories are the blueprint for an implementation, then tasks are the construction plan. Tasks enable the project team to improve timeline predictability, cost tracking, decrease defects, improve specifications and development, and better pipeline automation. High-performing Agile teams don't just estimate stories, they execute tasks. That's a wrap for this quick project management briefing on using tasks to improve your Agile project. As a next step, watch our other risk management tutorials, or reach out to us for more information on using our rapid, low-cost project risk assessment services. We hope you found this information useful, and thanks for watching.